Hello everyone. In today's session, we start about or we learn about how to define the member function. Member function definition means how to implement the member function. There are two ways to implement the member function. One is function define a function outside the class, and another one is define a function inside the class. To define a function outside the class, here syntax is return type, class name, scope resolution operator, and function name. And if you want to pass the any argument or parameter with the function, then here we need argument list. Otherwise there is no need of argument list if your function is default function. And then the function body. Here the most important thing is scope resolution operator. If we want to define or implement the function outside the class, then we need two important things, that is class name and scope resolution operator, because your scope resolution operator specifies that particular function is in the scope of that class, or particular function is a part of that class. Return types means your function data type, which is we used in at the time of declaration. Take one example here. class add the variables are a, b and total. By default these variables are private because we not specified here access specifier, so implicitly the access specifier work here is private access specifier. So all these three data members a, b and total are by default private. So these a, b and total are not directly accessible outside the class. These private data members access only with the help of function of that class. Here public is the access specifier, and then in public section we declare two functions, that is get data function and display. Only declare two functions, not define, only declare, because we define the function outside the class. Next, here at the class is completed with semicolon, and after that get data and display function define outside the class, that is void add scope resolution operator, symbol is get wrong, that is double colon, void add scope resolution operator get data, void add scope resolution operator get data. Void is a return type which is used at the time of declaration of get data function. Check whether the return type is same or not at the time of declaration and definition. Maintain it same. Void, then add is a class name, then scope resolution operator, then function name. Function definition means function implementation. Then open bracket, here get data function we used to take the input for the a and b. So enter the value of a and b, that is cout function to display the message, and cin function used to take the input, that is cin a and b. First, in case of cout we use the insertion operator, that is less than operator is called insertion operator, and with cin we use extraction operator, that is greater than operator. Next, void add scope resolution operator display function. Here scope resolution operator is right, but in get data there is a mistake, that is in scope resolution operator symbol. So solve this mistake. Void add scope resolution operator display. Total is equal to a plus b, and then display the result, that is sum of a and b, which is stored in total variable. Here is a function definition outside the class with the help of class name and scope resolution operator. The important thing is that public, the get data function and display function, both are declared in public section of the class. So we directly used directly outside the class. But a, b and total, all these three variables are by default private. So we can't access all these private member directly outside the class. हम क्लास के बाहर कहीं पे भी वो प्राइवेट डेटा मेंबर्स को डायरेक्टली एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट वी एक्सेस दिस प्राइवेट मेंबर इनसाइड द फंक्शन. सो we access this private member inside the function, like use these variables inside the function. Here in get data function we take the input for a and b, and in display function we use these three variables. First perform the addition of a and b and it's stored into the total variable. After that, main function, we create the object of the class. To create the object of the class we need class name and object name or variable name, and then we run the function, that is get data function and display function, using object a and dot operator. In basic concept we learn about the C++ is bottom up approach. C is a top down approach and C++ is a bottom up approach. Bottom up means from void main, execution start from void main, and then bottom to top your execution flow will be done. Next type is function definition inside the class. If you want to define a function inside the class, then it is also possible. But in case of function definition inside the class, we not required to declare a function inside the class. मीन्स अगर आपको फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन क्लास के अंदर ही लिखनी है तो फिर वो कंडीशन में क्लास की फंक्शन को क्लास के अंदर डिक्लेयर करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप डायरेक्टली फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन को लिख सकते हैं. हियर इज़ द सिंटैक्स क्लास नेम पब्लिक रिटर्न टाइप फंक्शन नेम. मीन्स फंक्शन बॉडी आप क्लास के बॉडी के अंदर ही लिख सकते हैं. एग्जाम्पल, सेम प्रोग्राम यूजिंग फंक्शन डेफिनेशन इनसाइड द क्लास. integer a, b and total, directly define a function here, that is enter the value of a and b, then c in a, b, then void display total is equal to a plus b, then c out display the total. Then both the function in here we discuss about the function definition inside the class, right? Check here, a, b and total, these same like previous example. Then access specifier public, then void get data function, directly define inside the class. There is no function definition is present in function definition inside the class. If you want to define function directly inside the class, then it is also possible. Then take the input for a and b and then display the total. Here is one mistake. After completion of the function, you need one more bracket to complete a class with semicolon. So at the time of performing the practical, please add one completion bracket with semicolon after completion of this display function. Then in main function, same as a previous example, we create the object of the class add and then call the both the function get data and display function using object, that is a object. Next important topic in your C++ is memory allocation for object. Normally in C program we learn about the memory allocation for variable. Means when we declare the variable, then memory is created for variable like a and b, integer a and b. Then memory is created for a and b, integer equal 2 bytes. That's why for a 2 bytes memory will be created, and for b memory 2 bytes memory will be created. But in C++, the memory is not created for variable. Memory is always created for the object. Means the memory space for the object is allocated when we create object of the class. In previous example, we create a object A of class add. So here we create a memory for object A. Okay, but the most important thing is that actually memory is created for A is an object, or A is the part of which class? Add. So look in the class A. Look in the class A. In class A, we declared a variable A, B and total, and also we use the function get data and display function, right? So for object A, memory created for A variable, B variable, total variable, get data function and display function. Get data function and display function. But the most important thing is that for member function, memory is created for only one time. I repeat it again. For member function, memory is created only one time, not memory created for every object. But in case of data members, memory created separately for every object. No separate memory allocation for member function, but separate memory allocation for data members is possible. Just take one example. Here we create three objects. Here we create the object, three objects. In example, that is, just take an example, the class A. In main function, class add. Name of the class is add, and we create three objects, that is object 1, object 2 and object 3. Object 1, object 2 and object 3. In this case, for these three objects, for data members, separate memory will be created. Means in your previous example, that is which class? Add class. Data members are A, B and total. A, B and total. So in that case, for three object, means for object 1, the memory created for A, B and total. For object 2, memory created for A, B and total. And for object 3, the memory created for A, B and total. Means separate memory is created for data members, but common memory created for function. Means in previous example, the functions are get data and put data. So that function operate similarly, same operation perform in all these three objects. Means for object 1, get data function perform same operation. For object 2, get data perform same operation. For object 3, get data function perform same operation. So we not create separate memory for functions. Both the function of the class or memory for the functions of the class created only one time, not for every object, not for every object. Take one another example. Class student having data members roll number, name and marks. Roll number, name and marks, and the functions get data and display data. In that case, if in our class there are 60 students, then we need to create how many objects? 60 objects. How many objects? 60 objects. From object 1 to object 60. Object 1 stores the value for roll number 1, name roll number 1, then name of the roll number 1, then marks, all these things, right? So obviously separate memory is required to store all the students, everyone's roll number, name and marks, right? Object number 1 to object number 60 for data members, that is roll number, name and marks, separate memory will be created. Separate memory will be created. But the function, that is get data function and display function, both these functions perform same operation for all the 60 objects. Perform same operation for all the 60 objects. So this function is created and placed in memory only one time, not 60 times. Functions are created and placed in memory in single time, not 60 times. And after that, these functions are shared by all the objects of that class, means from object 1 to object 60. All these 60 objects use these same functions. This is memory allocation for objects, means separate memory is created for data members, but separate memory is not created for member function. Thank you.